I don't want to make a video today, but I suppose I should.
Or rather, I should remake a video, because I've actually already made this video once.
So I decided to use my iMac and its built-in camera the other day. It'd be about a week ago now. And I recorded the whole thing, and then when I went to cut it together, it was terrible.
Now, I don't mean I was terrible, I mean I was fantastic! No, all the audio and the video were completely out of sync, so I don't know if it's just that the iSight camera in my old iMac is just shit, or if I did something wrong, or what happened, but it was unusable.
And so we start again.
Jason Alexander's wearing a toupee.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Jason Alexander played the role of George Costanza in the 90s sitcom Seinfeld.
The fact that he's now wearing a toupee is kind of ironic, given that there's actually an episode of Seinfeld where the character of George starts wearing a toupee.
I'm not one to judge. Well, no, I am, but I'm not going to judge in this instance. If he wants to wear a toupee, all power to him.
Because let's face it, Jason Alexander kind of looks like Bill from Guess Who. Now, what's kind of cool about the toupee he's chosen is that it's to replicate how he looked about 10 years ago. So he's not gone full head of hair, more balding man.
Now, his reasoning for it is that with hair like his, or a lack thereof, the only roles he will be cast in Hollywood are dorky ones.
Oh, I must keep going.
Coffee will give me strength.
Coffee. Both Microsoft and Sony have announced details of their next-generation consoles. Difference between the two so far is that we've actually seen the Xbox One.
And it still looks like a brick. A shiny, pretty brick that I want.
Now, I don't know which one of these two consoles I'm gonna get. I haven't really looked at the specs on either yet, and I'm kind of just more or less waiting for some price points to be released. How much am I gonna waste on these? At the end of the day, I just want to play Assassin's Creed 4 and whatever that game is that I keep forgetting what it's called, but it looks awesome and it's from Ubisoft as well, in the highest possible quality.
Of course, I'm making the assumption that Assassin's Creed 4 will be better than Assassin's Creed 3, because, well, the game was beautiful, but let's face it, that story sucked balls.
I just miss Ezio! I'm gonna buy both, aren't I? There has been a huge media circus surrounding racial vilification in Australia recently.
All stemming from a fan calling an Indigenous Australian rules footballer an ape.
I'm not saying it was right to call him an ape, but come on! Lighten up!
Just thinking of the Simpsons episode with Daryl Strawberry crying. Baseball.
Enter Eddie Maguire. He is both the president of the Collingwood Football Club and an on-air personality. And evidently not terribly bright. Just as the dust was beginning to settle, he kicked it right back up again. During a segment on his radio show, Eddie Maguire suggested that perhaps this particular footballer should be cast in a role for the upcoming stage show of Planet of the Apes. Is he a racist? I don't know that this tells us anything. I also don't know if I care.
Is he an idiot?
Clearly. At the end of the day, there's really only one thing we need to do.
Calm the fuck down.
Don't be so overly sensitive. Laugh it off. Take away the munition. If someone calls you a nigger, own it. If someone calls you a wog, own it. If someone calls you a dirty Aryan white piece of trash, fucking own it. I don't care where you come from, what your background, your ethnicity. Don't let this shit get under your skin. I am not going to tiptoe around on eggshells for my entire life in case I upset someone. Because there's always going to be someone getting upset at something. So again, calm the fuck down! I don't think I've worded what I think I've gotten overexcited and not really conveyed what I'm trying to say very well, so I'm probably going to come back to this whole thing again at some point in the future.
And in the short term, if there's anything you can take away from this, it's that Eddie McGuire's an idiot. Did I really just do a whole piece on AFL? What on earth is my life becoming? Now finally, if you're looking for some new music, be sure to check out the new Queens of the Stone Age record, Like Clockwork. Or if you want something a little more mellow, check out the new City and Colour record, The Hurry and the Harm. Both are worth the money. Worth the money means buy them. But if you're looking for something to watch, my recommendation at the moment would, without a doubt, be the new season of Arrested Development. It is available on Netflix. It is hilarious. I've only watched 2-3 episodes so far, but it is so good. Definitely worth going back and watching the earlier seasons. If you've heard anything about Arrested Development, it is fantastic. I just go and watch it and enjoy, and you're welcome. And if you don't like it, then that's cool.